Hey friends, it's Amber and I am back with another tutorial, this time on how to recolor journal cards. It was one of the things that I really had a lot of requests on. So I thought I would go ahead and work with a couple pieces from the Numbers kit, as that's one of the ones that the brand ambassadors just recently worked with for the Instagram hop. And this is one of the pieces that I actually just recently worked with. So what I'm going to do is recolor this phrase up here, the let me count the ways, into a different color. So I'm going to go over here to the paint bucket tool, okay, and I want to select a color. It can be literally any color. We could go with this lighter blue. I'm going to go to paint bucket and just click on it. And as you can see, it is now blue. I'm also going to want to change these numbers here, and they're a little bit small. So I'm going to click on my zoom tool. I'm going to click on the paint bucket one more time. I'm going to scroll down, and it's really just this simple, such as clicking on the numbers and overlaying them with the color you want. So now I'm going to zoom back out, and now you can see how I did that. Next, I'm going to add a text box. So I'm actually going to go ahead and click Layer New. And then I'm going to just let that be layer. Over here, I have background layer. I'm going to click text. Over here, that's this large T. And then I'm going to go ahead and start by clicking in the upper left-hand corner with my mouse. I'm dragging down and to the right. I'm not really paying attention to the size, but sometimes that can be important. But you can see here, like, it's giving me size options, but I'm basically at this point just filling in this space. Okay, I'm going to give that a moment, and then I'm going to go up here to, sorry, my computer's being a little bit slow today. I did just restart it, but my Photoshop's acting wonky. So I'm going to go to Remington Noiseless. I'm going to go with a nice small font here of like 11, and we are going to say my boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. And you can see how to add that font. If I want to change the color of that font, I can just click this arrow. It's going to now change from the black, which was in the background, to the foreground. I can click out of there, and now you can see I have black font. Okay. If I wanted to add journaling in a new spot or change that journaling, Christmas means to me, okay, I could go to layer, click new, allow another layer, drag down and to the right. The holidays are about family, okay? And you can continue to see how I would continue to type and fill that in. If I wanted to make sure that these were aligned, I could click on the Move tool. Sorry, it's being really slow. And then just align that up like I wanted to. Here you can see that that is aligning, that purple line popped up and told me that it was aligning. If I really wanted to go crazy, I could add a guide. So let's say, let's click out of there. I want to view a guide. I'm going to create a new guide, and I want to add it in a vertical position a 1/2 inch from the left hand side. That will make sure that no matter what I do, I have room to punch all of my holes. My journaling doesn't go over too far, or anything like that. Say I was creating my own page. Okay, so that is one simple way that you could modify a layout. Here we will just change some color. So I've got this 7x8 page from the same Numbers kit, and say I want to just simply fill this in and make it black. Okay, same exact thing there. I'm going to zoom in here. Oops, sorry, I have zoom out. You could zoom in, click back on your paint tool, fill in the center of those letters. This is like the quick and dirty way of filling this in. And then we could zoom back out. Okay, and now I have a black page. So say you wanted to do something like this where there's a texture, it's in a beautiful coral color, but that's really just not going to match what you have going on in your page and you want it to be green. There are two ways that you could do this. Okay, you could come over here, you could select your color, you could go with a nice green, you could select your paint bucket tool, and you could just start filling this in. And you'll notice, I hope, that it'll continue to keep the texture, but that, you know, it'll take a lot of mouse clicks to fill this in. Another way, I'm just going to go back to my action there and click start all over instead of clicking undo, undo, undo. Another way that you could do this is by clicking on something called the color replacement tool. And what that will do is I have my color selected. We're going to go with a slightly less offensive bright green. And you can hopefully see my brush size here. We're just going to brush over this, and it's going to do basically the same thing, but it's definitely not perfect. Wherever that little tiny dot in the middle is, it has to go over it or it will miss it. Okay, so like you can see how it can accidentally skip things. If I go around this piece right here, it is never going to color that in unless I specifically rub the center of that over it, or you know, you continue to click. But that is a way that you could brush a new color over top or really underneath this paper, and it will take some time. You know, I can make my brush quite a bit larger, of course. And that might be too big since I can't see it. It's got to take some time to catch up to what I'm doing here, but basically now I have green pattern paper where before we had coral. So those are some different options. And I don't want to continue going on here, but basically you get the idea. So I'm just going to click that and go back to coral. I have another one here from the ampersand kit, whereas I really like this, but say maybe I liked this journaling card, but I didn't need the ampersand and I wanted to put something else here. So what I would personally do is I would come back over here to the color selector and I would click on this color in the card and select OK. I'd go up here to the brush tool and I'm just going to brush right over top of it. And now you may have seen that it had a slightly blurry edge. I keep my hardness kind of low, like you want it to be effective, but most of the time when I'm using a brush tool, it could be on pictures and not necessarily journal cards, so I want it to be a little fuzzy because it might be on someone's face or skin. So now I can put whatever embellishment I want on here. So I happen to just be poking around in the digital sets, and Adventure was right next to and Kit. So I picked this Love This Adventure chipboard piece from the Adventure Kit. It's a PNG file. I'm going to simply just drag and drop this over here onto my file. I'm going to just use the move tools here. We're going to position this in place. A little bit smaller so it fits down inside there, and then I'm going to just click outside of there, and now I have my brand new journal card that I created myself using some of Allie's products. Say I don't want that to be black, I want that to be white, I want it to be the exact same color white. We're going to do the same thing. Hopefully you saw that. I clicked on here, selected that white color. I'm going to go back to my paint bucket tool. We're going to click in here, and I could have recolored this white before moving it, but I didn't. but I can show you how to do that. And we will zoom back out. And now we have our own custom card. And if I wanted to, again, we could go over here, create a new layer, add our text, and start talking and typing all about our awesome adventure that we had, which is in white text because white is selected. So we'll go back over here, change that to a black font. And now you can see that I've begun to start typing in black. Okay, so I hope that that was really helpful for you in figuring out ways to manipulate your journaling and pattern paper cards that you get from Allie's Digital Kits. If I did not want this here, I could turn this layer off. I can also just delete that layer. The other option is I can go right back up here to my brush tool and I can just go right back over that, and I can also just erase it by brushing over it as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can manipulate these cards. So hopefully that was a helpful tip for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.